So let's talk a little bit about building communities now. So we talked about how we build programs, again, in that very holistic way, but we also want to be able to build communities, and some of it might already be happening. Naturally, in group fitness, there is community that's happening there. Maybe if you do small group training as a personal trainer, that's community. A lot of people like to do group coaching as well. So there are ways that community might already be a part of the work that you're doing, but there are also opportunities to expand beyond that, because sometimes you might be able to pull together people and communities outside of what they're used to in their day-to-day life, and that could also just create new connections, new relationships, new learnings. So some examples are, maybe starting to do wellness retreats if you're not already. I offer wellness retreats usually a few times a year. It had to take a little bit of a backseat during the pandemic because obviously I did try to do them virtually, but I think that is a different kind of an experience than being in person. It's a much more experiential type of offering to have, but we're now in a place again where that could be something that you do. And it doesn't have to be expensive, it doesn't have to be fancy, but putting together a wellness retreat can bring people together in a new and fresh and different way. You could also create workshops and educate your clients. If you're used to working with your clients in a more physical capacity where it's doing workouts with them or teaching classes to them, a workshop could offer them to also see you in a new light. So you're not just a coach or a fitness instructor, and I don't mean just, that in and of itself is really amazing, but in addition to that, they could see you as an educator, as somebody who has the knowledge and the skill set to educate them. And so it's more of a thinking versus just doing. And how can you put that together and create more educational workshops? In the corporate world, that's another great opportunity to reach people at scale and work with employees. I do a lot of corporate wellness work, especially because I worked in corporate America for 16 years before I became an entrepreneur and got fully into health and wellness. And so that's near and dear to my heart. You could also create fun events, maybe during different holidays. You can have parties. You can have hikes where everyone goes together and goes on hikes or bike rides on Saturday mornings. You can do other types of outings maybe that you haven't done before. So again, I think it's important to think outside of the box. And again, it goes back to surveying our clients and asking them, what do they want and need? If they are feeling that social isolation and loneliness, how can you help support them in getting out and having that community? And I think health and wellness communities are some of the best communities possible because you're with like-minded people, you are all together for bettering yourselves, for focusing on your health and well-being, and there's a lot of great positivity that can come from that type of community, a lot of great encouragement and accountability, and some of my closest communities in my life have come from something that centers around wellness. So I think that's another important thing to think about, is asking your clients what they need and what type of a community would serve them best and really help them to feel like they're getting something new and different and fresh in their work with you.